Most people fail at fitness because they're just not organized. They miss a gym session because they didn't plan the day ahead. They just ate the wrong thing because there was nothing ready for them to eat. That's not because they don't want to do it, it's just because they don't have systems in place. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what I do just to keep myself very organized with my fitness goals, just make my life easier and just stay consistent without overthink every single day. If you're someone who struggles with time like I do in my life, just stick around because everything that we're gonna be telling you here is gonna work in your life, even if you work over 10 hours a day. And this whole video, I just gonna help you to stay on track without burning out. The first thing that I do is just to schedule my routine. One tool that I use a lot just to keep myself on track is just my Google Calendar. If you just have a look here, I've got my days well planned, so I don't lose track on what I need to do. So what I usually do is just every Sunday morning, I just get my routine and plan everything else around my work and also my gym sessions, because those things, they're just non-negotiables in my routine. I don't want to take them away for anything else. And then if you can't go to the gym 6 days a week like I do, just block in 3, 4, 5 days, whatever days that is just it fits in your routine. And then even if 3 days a week, you can actually get closer to where you want to be. You don't have to go 6 times a week. If you have got time to do that, great. But if you don't, just lock in 3 days. For example, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or just Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, or something like that. Anything that fits your routine way better. But the most important thing is you just gotta choose those days ahead, because I don't want you to waste time, because once you choose your days ahead, it just don't give yourself a chance to fail. You already know the days you're gonna be going, and like I said, those things are non-negotiable, and then you just gotta plan your day around of those things, because that way you just protect your time, your appointment with yourself, with your health. Once you have that discipline in your body, you'll be very likely to be disciplined in the other areas of your life, because discipline is just spreads everywhere else. And the other thing that I do in my routine is just I get one day of the week just to cook the food for my whole week, because nutrition is very important. You're not gonna have gains if you're just eating out, eating junk food, or eating something that is not healthy. It's not related to where you want to be. I used to be the kind of guy who used to cook every single day, because I didn't want to spend 3 or 4 hours, in one day in the kitchen just to cook my food for my whole week. But I just realized that was one of the biggest mistakes, because I was actually spending way more time at the kitchen by just cooking every single day, because I had to cook it again, I had to go to the grocery store again just to get more things, I had to wash the dishes again, every single day, because I was just cooking every day. But I didn't really see that. Plus I was living in a shared house, so it's just there was not really much space in the fridge, because I was just sharing everything with friends. I didn't have a place to put my things in there. But now I've got my own place where I'm just living with my girlfriend. Now I just get one day of the week. My day of the week is Sundays, where I just cook my food for the whole week, and then that is just saves me so much time. So I do is I just grab my diet, the quantity that I need to eat, just go on ChatGPT. For example, I just put it there and then ask ChatGPT, can you just tell me how much food I need to buy from those things? You can also ask ChatGPT just to give you information on how much raw chicken or raw meat you need to buy, because once you have your diet, how much you need to eat when it's cooked, but you don't have the information how much you need to buy for the raw food, but you just put on ChatGPT, and then it just tells you how much you need to buy in order to have that amount of cooked meat or cooked chicken. If you do that by just choosing one day of the week just to do your meal preps, first of all, you're just not gonna be cooking every single day. You're not gonna have to wash dishes and go to the grocery stores every single day as well, so then it's just gonna save you a lot of time too. And the best part of having those things in place, because you don't give yourself a chance to fail, because even when you're tired, you think about getting out of the diet for some reason, you just don't do it, because it's just you already have the food in there, it's already cooked, it's already ready to go. So why are you just gonna eat out? You just have the food there, you just put the microwave, and that's it. It's done. You just eat it. And this whole process just makes your diet to be way easier to follow. Another thing that just helps me just stay consistent with my routine is just by having a daily routine default in place. When I say that, it's just like I already know how my day is gonna look like before even the day starts. I know if I'm gonna be going to the gym or not. I know what I'm gonna be doing at work. I know what I'm gonna be doing when I get home from work. I know that I'm gonna be working my side hustle here. I know what the activities I'm gonna be doing, everything else. Because I don't wake up and just think with myself, what am I gonna be doing today? That doesn't happen because I already know. I already have a list of things to do. So I just don't waste time by thinking what to do next. And then it just like makes your life way easier when you have those structured days in place. And I haven't been always like that. Also before in my life, I didn't have like systems. I didn't have my day structured like that. I usually wake up in the morning and say like, oh, what am I gonna be doing today? I always ended up doing something else that I didn't want to do. So it's just like if I wasn't in the mood of doing anything, I wasn't gonna do anything. In the end of the day, I was feeling really bad with myself because I didn't do anything productive during my day because I didn't have a structure. I didn't think about what to do or what I'll be doing. And then when that happens, you're just gonna be depending on your feelings, on your emotions to do things because you feel like, oh, I just don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to work here. I just feel tired. I feel exhausted. So it's just like you're always depending on your moods and feelings to do what you're supposed to do. That's why it's important just to have like systems in place because you don't give yourself chance to fail. That's just gonna be so much helpful to achieve your fitness goals. You don't have to like overcomplicate it. You just have to have like a simple routine that you can actually follow. Just set up your Google Calendar, you know, just like stick at least from Monday to Friday. You do the list that you need to do. Just be consistent with it. And then you see that your life is gonna run way smoother. And the last thing that I want to mention here, eliminate the distractions of your life. I used to be that kind of guy who was always looking for instant gratifications, especially like, you know, just grabbing my phone and just doing scrolling. And that gives that hit of dopamine that is just like your brain loves it. And the first thing that I did just to eliminate those distractions is just like I deleted the apps that I was spending most time on. The first one that I deleted was Instagram. I felt that I was just like spending so much time in that and that wasn't really being helpful to where I wanted to be or just related to my goals at the moment. So I just deleted that. I just put like time limits on my Facebook and the other social platforms and then I just put my phone away. I try to reduce as much as I can the use of my phone, especially on doing scrolling and all those apps that's not like really related to where I want to get. You just need to stop having those instant gratifications as much as you can because your brain loves it and it's always craving for it. You just gotta be self-aware that happens in your life so you can actually eliminate those things, and that's gonna be so helpful to be more organized in your life because you can have like the perfect routine, you can have like your meals prep, you can have like the perfect workout for life, but if your environment is just like full of distractions, it's gonna be way easier for you to fail. And you can't really deny it. What happens? That's the reality. You can just like look around and ask yourself, what's actually holding me back from achieving my goals? It could be your phone, it could be the people around you, it could be anything. Just eliminate it of your life. It's just gonna help you so much to be organized with the things that actually matter in your life. And then by eliminating those distractions and the discipline that you're trying to build, it's gonna be way easier to achieve. And that's exactly what is going to move your life forward because you don't need like more things in your routine. You just need to eliminate the ones that actually holds you back. So yeah, if you're like struggling to be consistent with your fitness goals and your routine, it's not because you're like not motivated or anything like that, because sometimes you're just not very well organized in your life. And then if you need someone to be more organized in your life, to have like a gym workout, to have a nutrition guidance, to build that strong discipline mindset, I'm not just offering one-to-one coaching. I can help you just to be that person that you're never gonna fall off track. Again, you're gonna find a link here in my description where you can just book a free call with me that I can have a chat with you to see how your life is, and then I can help you just to build a structure and systems in your life that's gonna fit your busy schedule. And don't forget, start by scheduling your week so you know exactly the days you're gonna be training. Just pick one day just to cook your food and just do the meal preps, so it just saves time and you stop guessing what you're gonna to eat, or just don't give yourself a chance to fail. And also just set a daily routine that you can actually follow without really overthinking where you're going to do, what you're going to be doing, and just remove all the distractions of your life, everything that's actually holding you back, that's in your way to achieve where you want to be, to achieve your goals. And if you just follow these 4 things that I just mentioned here, I can promise you your life is going to be way easier to live, because you're just going to stop missing workouts, you're just going to stop eating off your diet plan, and then you're just going to stop like wasting energy on figuring out what to do next in your days, because this structure of your days creates freedom. And when you get organized, discipline is just going to become a part of your life. It's going to become automatic, and then because you don't have to think what you're going to be doing, you just follow the plan. And then if you think that this video just helped you somehow, just leave a like here, just leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. I hope that you got some value from it, and I'll see you on the next one.